War. War never changes.
What's up, Wastelanders? Boys and girls, prepare to be astounded, bedazzled, and otherwise stupefied.
You talk a lot. Sound funny when you talk like a stupid human. I am online once again. Tremble, world, before my electric heating coil of doom.
What's up, Wastelanders? Hello and welcome to another episode of Tapes from the Wastes, a Fallout fan podcast bringing you Fallout discussion, news discussion, gameplay talk, and all things Fallout and Fallout adjacent. I am one of your hosts, KDB, and as always, I will soon be passing over to my co-host, Eric, aka Suliore. This episode focuses on a little bit of news. We have some news regarding the updates that's coming to Fallout 76. We have a little bit of TV show news as well, or TV show artwork, clips, just, you know, little teasers of the TV show that's kind of happening. So a bit of news, which I'm going to talk about, quickly touch on some other bits, and then I'm going to pass over to Eric. He's going to give some thoughts on the news, well, specifically to do with seasons in Fallout 76, and then Eric is going to provide part 3, yes, it is a trilogy, part 3 of our Vault lore episodes. And this one is, the lore in this section will focus on, like, locations adjacent to the vaults and vaults in supplementary material, sort of not specific main canon things in the games, but other stuff that Eric has found, and yeah, he's going to go through them, so do have a listen, stick around for that section. He will be with us shortly to talk about that. It is March, it's early March. I'm recording this on March the 5th, which is a couple of days later than I wanted to. Had quite a lot going on. I had one of those weekends where, so all of my shows, like lots of the stuff I work on, lots of stuff converged all at the same time, and I recorded an episode of Gears Intel, my new show, Gaming Aroma podcast. We have this, Tapes from the Wastes, and Eric also did a new episode of Starfield Sandwich, and I just had to say, sorry man, you're going to have to fly solo on that one, because I just do not have the time to contribute for this, and to this latest episode. And I had loads of stuff happening on like the Saturday and Sunday, on top of, you know, trying to live my life, spend time with my family. It was my brother's birthday on Saturday as well. Sorry, not Saturday, on Sunday. So I went and spent some time with him. Yeah, it was a very busy weekend, and then busy start to the week at work as always. But I found a bit of time. I thought, right, I'll jump on, because there is Fallout news. I think there's some buzz, right? There is a little bit of buzz about Fallout at the moment because the TV show is fast approaching. So I had to jump on and check in with you all. And Eric has obviously eagerly recorded his part 3 of the lore for the vaults. So it's a beautiful day. Weather report is, it's been really shit in the UK. Really bad weather. Spring isn't officially quite here yet, but today it rained in the morning and it's bright and sunny in the afternoon. But it's freezing cold. You never know what you're going to get here in the UK. I know I can't really do a podcast episode these days without talking about the weather. It's important. It is news. As I've stated before, in the UK, in England, the weather is news. It changes by the hour. It keeps you on your toes. But yes, so what else have I been doing? I have been playing video games, a lot of video games. I haven't been playing any Fallout. I know. But I have previously said I'm waiting for the new update, then I'm going to jump in. Those of you who've been on the journey with us through this show, will know that, you know, there are periods of time I go through where I jump into the grind of 76 and I sort of get involved, but I just... yeah, it's sort of run its course with me, so I just returned to 76 for the big updates, or if a scoreboard really grabs me. But there won't be scoreboards grabbing me anymore, because, yeah, things are changing. But I have been playing video games. I'm currently in the thick of playing Balatro, which I talked about on the Gaming Aroma podcast. Balatro is a new roguelike card game, which sounds... you know, you might be listening to that thinking, well, that doesn't sound interesting. Trust me, it is. It's one of the early contenders for Game of the Year. I've been playing that. I've jumped back to Elden Ring because I'm getting excited about the DLC. I've kind of stopped. I was playing Suicide Squad, which is a good game, is a fun game. It's not a perfect game, and service-wise, it has some issues. But it's a launch. It's a first step in what was intended to be a long journey for that game. Although player numbers mean that the journey might be shorter than they hoped. So yeah, I played a lot of Suicide Squad earlier in the month, or earlier in February. Tomb Raider Remastered as well. I was playing Tomb Raider 1 from that collection, which was really, really good. And yeah, the Elden Ring, as I said, I want to finally finish Elden Ring. That's kind of like one of the two main things I'm jumping between at the moment, is finishing the Elden Ring campaign and playing Balatro, which I just absolutely bloody love. So please do go and listen to the Gaming Roma podcast for me to talk a bit more about my broad gaming in general. I'm not going to bore you with that here. You're here for Fallout, right? So yeah, you can hear me witter on about other stuff on those other shows. There is a new episode of Gears Intel out as well, where we covered 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. I should be doing these plugs at the end, really, shouldn't I? Sorry, this is unprofessional of me. Unprofessional. Let's get to Fallout. Fallout news. Okay, we're going to start with the update, which is imminent, right? Blah, 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 blah. Let me see. I do have the website in front of me, because there's a few things to touch on here. There's a couple of important things to touch on. The update is coming. This is the update to Fallout 76, which is going to expand the Atlantic City section of the game. We're getting new areas, new characters, new quests. It's this more story-focused update, right? Which we've touched on the show before, that this is the one that I'm kind of excited for, because the daily, like kind of daily ops on steroids stuff that we get with expeditions is fine. Massively appreciative of the work that goes into it and the people that love doing that stuff. It's the classic live servicey raid stuff, which, when it comes to something like Suicide Squad, I see the same. I don't play a lot of live service games. I have, I've dabbled, but I see the formula and I see it in Suicide Squad. Maybe because just Suicide Squad was more fresh and the gameplay was a little. I mean, the gameplay is different. It's it's not the same as Fallout. I'm not going to call one good and one bad, but yeah, I haven't minded kind of going into those raids, if you like. They're called excursions in Suicide Squad, and then we have expeditions here in Fallout 76, and they're fine. I think I would just prefer to play them with people in 76, and I don't really have people to play them with. So yeah, and I love the work that goes into them, even if the gameplay sort of loop isn't massively for me when it comes to Fallout 76. It's not what I'm looking for in my Fallout experience. However, the promise of this second update to Atlantic City, which is coming on March 26th, sounds a bit more interesting. And there was a developer deep dive which just came out a week ago. Is it a little while ago now? What's my dates? I do have my dates here somewhere. February 29th, yeah, so it came out last week. And this deep dive video spoke with some staff at Bethesda. It spoke to Stephanie Zachariadis. Zachariadis, did I say that right? Zachariadis. Who else? Ellis Tan and Jesse McLean. And these are respectively a quest designer, a senior quest designer, and the senior monetization designer. And they had a few things to say about the update, and the stuff that really excited me, or the stuff that I think's excited everybody, is the story stuff, where they talked about things like there's 4 main new quest lines, 4 main quests, whether there's any side quests. I don't know if I missed that bit. And yeah, there's different locations. It focuses on sort of the factions that we've already met in the previous update, but then we get to see more of the third faction. Well, I can barely speak today. And that faction is the municipal governments. So there's going to be a large focus on them. And, with this stuff, like I'd like to soak it up to a degree, but I also try not to over-spoil myself. It's fun to hear them talk and give some thoughts about everything that goes into it. But these things I usually sort of watch after I've experienced it for myself. I like to go in clean and let the game offer it up to me as I'm playing it. But yeah, essentially this update's coming, new quests, new locations, new characters, or some characters as well that we've already met, but we see them in different scenarios. So yeah, This is what I've been waiting for, and it feels like this was announced long time ago now, right? Maybe a year ago. I'm not sure exactly of my dates, but it's been a long time coming. This is the first proper story update that we've had since, I mean, I guess you could call Nuka World on Tour a story update, right? You know, we had Steel Rain and Steel Dawn, and then Nuka World on Tour was like a mix of both. Yeah, this is probably going to be more like Nuka World on Tour, but obviously it's not part of the main map. We get to go to the new location. But yeah, I'm excited to have that really big new reason to play, to jump back into Fallout 76. So the update is coming, and from the little peeks that we got in the video, yeah, I'm very excited. I think everybody thought the style and, you know, the setting that they were going for with Atlantic City was, lots of people online and in the community were very excited about it. And maybe when the expeditions came, I think the feeling was, yeah, it's good, but we want to see more. We want to hang out there and we want to do stuff. We're finally getting to do that. So cannot wait. It's the 5th of March today. So we've got a few weeks, but it's coming. Now, the second part of this developer deep dive is a thing that's, I guess, ruffled a few feathers. And Eric is going to talk about this a bit in his section. Sorry, I just had an email pop up on my phone. Make sure there's nothing important. Nope. Yeah, he's going to talk about this in his section and give his thoughts. I'm just going to give my quick, brief thoughts as well. So effectively, what is happening? Scoreboards are gone. The seasons and the seasonal updates are changing. And the way they're being changed are, instead of ranking up the scoreboard and getting a fixed reward every time, you will now earn tickets with every rank. You bank your tickets and you save up and you pick and choose the rewards that you want. Fallout First members still get access to exclusive rewards, and I think they get bonus atoms or possibly bonus tickets. But yeah, it's effectively moving to a system which is they kept saying season pass, right? But what does the season... I'm not sure if I missed it, but I'm not sure what the season pass gets you. If that gets you... Though I think the season pass might get you access to those Fallout First exclusive rewards, right? Maybe I need to watch this video again, but as I said, I just there was a lot to take in, and I saw people giving their thoughts online. But from my perspective, as I've said before, finishing the scoreboard was always really difficult for me because of various reasons. Mainly time, and the grind is real, right? And I like to play lots of other games. This potentially gives me, or means I'm more likely to... Okay, forget about me for a second. First, why have they done this, or why do I think they've done this? Well, I think the reason is obvious. I mean, well, there's a couple of reasons that I think. You know, they say in the video, more reward options, but the same experience. Well, it's not quite the same experience, because this, you know, the way you rank up through that scoreboard and earn those rewards is different. There's no scoreboard anymore. And I previously really liked it when they added the boosters, right? That helped me rank up. But I wonder if that's still the case. I'm not sure if they did, but I think the idea is that they're saying, yeah, there's more ways to get your reward, which makes sense. You know, you can pick and choose. Now, from their perspective, and we were talking about why they're doing this. Fallout 76 is over 5 years old now. It persists while many other live service games have crumbled. There's a lot this game should be proud of, you know, and a lot of people, I've heard a lot of Fallout fans and prominent YouTubers really shit on like the economy in Fallout 76, and I've had my criticisms of it because I think it didn't personally cater to my play style and allowed me to earn the rewards that I wanted to. But I think it catered very well to the dedicated players, which, you know, they should do. And I didn't hold it against them. I just made my opinion clear. I was like, well, I'm never really going to complete these scoreboards. I'm never going to get those things that I really want because it's just out of my reach in terms of time and stuff. It's over 5 years old. They need to, as a live service game, find ways to keep people spending some money, keep people playing the game. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing. You know, the idea that this game should ask for some money from you, is not bad. They keep pumping out the free content. This content can't fund itself. We know this, so I'm cool with that. I have raised my issues with the economy of the store and how much you earn and how much things cost. But there's loads of committed players out there and dedicated players that get all the rewards. They get what they want, and so they don't seem to be complaining that much. But here, okay, so over 5 years old, they're freshening it up. They're thinking, how can we maybe entice people like Kelsey over there who he's not buying Fallout first. He's not playing for 200 hours. Can we encourage him to maybe buy some atoms and maybe boost his ranks a few to get a few extra tickets, because there's that reward that he really wants to get and he's not interested in the 10 other rewards, he just wants that one. Can we give him a route to that that's more achievable? Now, until I play the game, until I play this update and see how much, how many tickets you earn and how much stuff costs, and start to weigh up realistically how long stuff is going to take, I don't know if they've fixed it for the better in terms of me, right, and what I'm looking for. So I'm cool with them trying this new thing. I'm excited. It's the most I've been excited about the store and the rewards in Fallout 76 for like 2 years, maybe. I'm like, okay, I need to scope this out. I need to see, once this season drops, I can have a look at the shop. I can see what's on display. And it reminds me, it's sort of similar to, so Gears 5 had a kind of a shop like this. Like, they had a season that you ranked up that was, like rewards tied to rank and stuff, but then you earned your currency, and they had a shop that basically listed everything, and you could spend your coins there and pick and choose the rewards if you missed something. There are some, I think there's still some exclusive stuff that you can't get, but specifically when the game kind of sunsetted, they added everything to the store and you buy whatever you want. You scroll through, you browse, you pick and choose what you want, because in a scoreboard of 100 ranks, there might be 10 things on there that actually I'm not really that interested in, because I'm not a massive camp builder and I don't need this and I don't need that. Whereas, somebody who does play more Fallout 76 than me wants it all, so that system works fine for them. With me, I'm just like, going to get in my 50 hours with the season and get that one reward that I want. If I can do that, I'm happy. I'm not going to feel hard done by that I didn't get 10 other rewards that I might have got with on a scoreboard. Just let me choose. Give me the choice. Give me the options. So for me, it feels like a positive thing. I've seen some people in the community not happy about this, because I think maybe there's questions about how many tickets you're going to need. Now, I might be being ignorant and I might be wrong, and somebody might have dived into it deeper than I have. I haven't seen the numbers and I haven't seen how the economy of it's going to work yet, but I'm interested to see. Whether it's going to be sort of skewed in a way that's just like, look, if you want these rewards, you're better off just buying Fallout first. I mean, that's what they want you to do, I think, more than anything. If you're a dedicated player, if you're playing Fallout every week, you probably should subscribe to Fallout. If you're playing Fallout 76 every week, you probably should subscribe to Fallout first, right? I mean, it's going to benefit you in massive ways. For somebody like me who just jumps in for the updates, it's less relevant. So, yeah, but for this, I don't know, maybe I'll buy a month. Maybe I'll treat myself, right? New seasons, new beginnings, fresh new stuff. So, yeah, the store, the scoreboard is changing to basically a shop with tickets, is the TLDR version of it, which I probably should have said at the start, because you had to R all that, or you had to L all that, because you had to listen. Anyway, Eric's going to give his thoughts on that as well. So I'm intrigued. They've piqued my interest. I'm all up for trying new things. I hope it's for the better. Being able to choose what I want sounds good in principle and on paper. In practice, is it going to be fair? Is the economy still going to be really skewed and going to be really stingy? I don't know. But they've got to make their money somehow. It's cosmetics at the end of the day. I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. But I am excited about the quests, characters, and the new story parts for Fallout 76. Moving on to TV show news. So, ladies and gents, April 12th is the date. There's your reminder. 2024 this year. I've actually cancelled my Amazon Prime at the moment because I'm trying to save some money, but I will have to resubscribe, I guess, because I cannot miss this show. So, yeah, it's coming. The TV show is on the way, and feels like the marketing hype is starting to increase. Just in the past, I guess, 2 days, couple of days, seeing things fly up. I think they're going to be doing a presentation at South by Southwest, so they've been promoting that. But a couple of things that really caught my eye is, and some of them, more interesting than others, but, whatever. One of them is a soda. So Jones Soda Company are partnering with Amazon and Fallout to release Nuka-Cola Victory, which is a drink that you can buy to promote Fallout and promote the show. And yeah, I've opened it up on the website here. They're doing it. It's a special release. It's a 4-pack. So it says, whether you're facing off against wastelanders or wandering the post-apocalyptic ruins, you'll need a tasty refreshment to keep you going. To celebrate the series premiere of Fallout on Prime Video, we invite you to enjoy Nuka-Cola Victory, special release from Jones Soda. This peach mango soda. I like peach and I like mango. This is the ultimate thirst-quenching flavour for any Fallout fanatic. The box looks awesome. The bottle looks awesome. When they released the Fallout 4, some company did the Nuka-Cola Quantums, right? And they sold out really quickly. Oh, they are sold out. This soda, I've just looked at the website and it says sold out. So, yeah, good luck paying $100 for them on eBay. But, yeah, it reminds me of when they did the Nuka-Cola Quantum stuff. I'd love to have some, but I imagine, yeah, like I say, even if I have to wait until, I'm just looking at this. Okay. It's a rotating craft series. This means it will be available where special releases sold. Yeah, so it's very limited, as always. I hope they do some more. Should we see if there's any on eBay already? See how quick they've gone up. Nuka-Cola. I don't know what did they call it Nuka-Cola Victory when it's not even Cola? Yeah. It's peach and mango, and they're calling it Nuka-Cola. Nuka-Cola Victory is on eBay. No, it's not. No, it's just people. There's some people making it and selling like fake bottles of it. So watch out for that. But yeah, so just, that's one part of the marketing campaign. I thought it was quite interesting. It definitely made me thirsty. The other thing that really caught my eye, which I absolutely flippin' loved, was the posters. So, just give me a sec. I'm just going to open them. So, I'm sure you've seen them, right? We have, I think, 1, 2, 3, just 3. The 3 main characters, okay? And they are done in the sort of illustrative style that you see posters for, you see artwork for in Fallout. One of them is they did like the Zap That Thirst poster, so the famous poster is the Nuka girl in the spacesuit. They've kind of emulated that. The tagline on the one here with the new Fallout character is "It's a blast." I have that poster. I have that Zap That Thirst poster. I think that's what it says, right? I'm just going to get up and check because it's over here. Yeah, I knew I wasn't imagining it. It says Zap That Thirst. It's not actually on my wall at the moment because it fell off and the bottom of the frame cracked. So I've just got it leaning up against the wall. I need to get it fixed and put it back on the wall. Those of you who watch video versions of the podcast may have seen it sometimes in the background. But yeah, so I love that image. I love that they've kind of done a new take on that. And then we have one for the Brotherhood of Steel character and the Ghoul character. And yeah, they all look pretty cool. I did see some people debating whether or not they were AI images, which I know there was some kind of fuss about one of the previous promo images that looked like it used AI. This one, I mean, for a start, I think after the backlash against that other image or those other images, they probably wouldn't risk it again. These look far more considered than AI. I can't see anything weird about them. I've seen people trying to point out that one of the bobbleheads sort of has no head, and Fallout fans were quick to jump in and say it has no head because it was a bobblehead and that's the spring sticking out. So yeah, just things like that, and saying that the boots look weird, but it just seems like it's all a result of the style. This looks like filters and some artwork in some, stuff done in Illustrator. and Photoshop. It doesn't look, if there's any AI in there, it's very minor, maybe the background, but yeah, hopefully not, because, you know, AI art is dumb. I've said before that there's a lot of conversation to be had about AI. It is terrifying. It is worrying. Hopefully we can, not going to dive into it now, but I sort of have no problems with it being used as a tool to a degree, but not, you know, replacing people that are doing the work. And yeah, I'm not going to get into that now. But they look good. They look really awesome. They definitely injected some fresh hype into me. Excuse me, there's no euphemism there. What else did I want to talk about? The Fallout account on Twitter has actually been quite good at promoting fan stuff as well, which is really, really nice to see. I can see people from the community, Miss Fallout, Tunnel Snakes Fall. Who else did they share stuff for? I know that, but basically they've been, as always, you know, Fallout has been very good with connecting with the community, and it's good to see that the people behind the marketing of the TV show are sort of involved in that. And sharing fan stuff on the main accounts, which is really good. We had, there was some other news. So the director, so Jonathan Nolan, he also made a comment which ruffled some people the wrong way as well. He said, it's like we're Fallout 5. Now, if he was referring to the TV show and, you know, saying the story that they're doing, because this is set after Fallout 4, right? So he's sort of, I think it was more of an offhand remark. He was just kind of saying, yeah, it's kind of like we're a Fallout 5. What's his exact words? Just give me a sec. Yeah, so I've pulled up an article here from Eurogamer. So he gave an interview with Total Film, and thank you to Eurogamer for summarising this for me. This article is by Vicky Blake. Showrunner Jonathan Nolan told Total Film that it was the idea of telling an original story set in the Fallout universe that got Bethesda and the team most excited about the idea of a TV show. From the first conversation with Todd, this is quotes, from the first conversation with Todd Howard, we were most excited about an original story, end quote, Nolan said. Quote, Fallout in my career is closest to the work we did in adapting Batman, where there is so much storytelling in the Batman universe and there is no canonical version of it, so you're free to invent your own. End quote, Nolan added. Quote, each of the Fallout games is a discrete story, different city, distinct protagonist, within the same mythology. Our series sits in relation to the games as the games sit in relation to each other. It's almost like we're Fallout 5. I don't want to sound presumptuous, but it's just a non-interactive version of it, right? Now, end quote. So, obviously some people are like, no, this isn't Fallout 5. We actually want a Fallout 5. You know, it's going to be a while before we get that Fallout 5. So I don't think he set out to, you know, worry anyone. Don't take it the wrong way. He's just making a comment about the story and how they get to play with the story. Now, I would absolutely love, and I really think it's important that if this TV show is good, I'm sure it's going to be good. I've got a good feeling about it. When Fallout 5 does come along, it would be cool if there's some kind of reference. I mean, we've talked in the past that we feel like the game should be doing some cross-promotion. I haven't seen anything from Fallout 76 yet that's going to have cross-promotion. I would love to see a character pop up. I'd love to see some stuff in the shop that links to the show. Just to get involved. If they want to make it canon, great. If not, it's fine. I want to see something, though. But, yeah, it'd be cool to know that this is something that in later games can be referenced and can be linked to, and, you know, could characters from the show show up in a game later? Why not? You know, manage this stuff correctly, do it properly, and you can do all that, and you can build this great world. And I'm not someone who's massively obsessive about canon and the way TV shows and books link to games, but I appreciate that, you know, it can generally make for a much better experience if you keep it, you know, all in line, you know, and cohesive. Why wouldn't you do that? But at the same time, there's no rules here. If people want to go off and just create something in the world, I'm happy for it to stand alone. So, yeah, don't take his comments too literally. He knows they're not Fallout 5. He says it's almost like we're Fallout 5. Yeah, he's just, yeah. He sounds excited and switched on about the franchise, which I think is a really good sign. But, yeah, so the show debuts 12th of April on Amazon Prime. Very, very excited. Cool. Before we hand over to Eric, there was a couple of other funny bits of news which I just wanted to mention. There was a Fallout update revealed for Magic the Gathering, which is not something I have any experience in, but for those of you that are excited, go and read more on the Fallout website. If you are obsessed with collecting everything Fallout related, there was this awesome announcement. This was a little while back in February, a little while after our previous episode, I think. Bethesda announced Fallout Special Anthology, which is basically every single game in the franchise. 1, 2, Tactics, Fallout 3, New Vegas, Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition, and Fallout 76. I guess that's not every game, because they don't have Brotherhood of Steel. Yeah, not the complete collection, eh? What a shame. Maybe they're just like, Brotherhood of Steel is so bad, nobody wants to buy it. I don't know. I've never played it. I remember watching the cutscenes from it, and that was about it. Yeah, but it looks awesome. Special art cards involved with it, and it comes in a mini nuke type collector's box. Now, yeah, they're not physical versions of the game, from what I understand. Just looking at the website here. So the cards that come with it, those special cards, they are... hold on, where's it gone? Where's my link? Yeah, they come with the game codes on them. And this is PC only. Which, means it's completely useless to me, because I don't have a PC to play these games on. But, it looks good. So it comes with Steam codes. It is only $60, and I'm sure I saw somebody say that if you add up the price of every one of these on Steam, it comes to like $150. So it is a bargain, really. It looks nice. If I had a PC, I'd probably buy it. I mean, I can buy it, and it's just like a nice thing. $60 isn't that bad. The mini nuke does make a sound as well. Audible bomb sound. So that's interesting. But yeah, if you like collecting, if it was a physical version thing, I'd probably be straight on it. But yeah, if you like that sort of thing, go and have a look now. It is still available. Doesn't look like it's sold out. Yeah. That's it really for the news, I think. Was there anything else? Let me just check my list. No. That is it. We've talked about the update. We've talked about the movie promotion. Movie promotion? The TV show promotion. Eric definitely has thoughts about the update as well, and he's going to get into the lore. I'll be back at the end to say goodbye. For now, Eric, handing over to you.
Thank you so much, Kelsey, for everything you do. And yeah, we've got a bit of an update as far as to what's going on with seasons. So yeah, I guess that kind of sums up my thoughts. Like, I don't think seasons were really broken. I don't really understand why these changes are being made, but they are being made. I think that they're mainly doing this for people who don't play regularly. That's really the only thing that I can think of, so they don't have to grind through the entire scoreboard to kind of get what they want. I mean, they're also introducing a season pass. So let me go through this. So I really only saw the announcement on Twitter. But my good friend Jessica Starr also did a little bit of digging and found a couple of other graphics that I hadn't seen. So thank you, Jess, for that. So basically, the scoreboard is now going to be broken up into 10 pages. And you can use a new currency, because we need more currencies in this game, tickets, to purchase these scoreboard items. So you gain score kind of the same way that we have been through daily and weekly challenges. And once we level up in the scoreboard with score, we get 25 tickets. So you go through and you hit the main menu button and open the map, and then you hit the season button in your map, and the rewards are there's basically 10 rewards per page, and there's 10 pages, and you use the tickets to claim the rewards you want. So smaller rewards are requiring fewer tickets than the larger ones. Some rewards may require 0 tickets. And there are Fallout First Season rewards, as always. And you can get those either by being a Fallout First subscriber, or get the Season Pass. So, yeah, Season Pass. It's basically, in my opinion, First Light. LITE. So it's just so you can get the Prime, quote-unquote, season rewards, the Fallout First season rewards, without having a Prime subscription. So I really hope that this is a cheaper price than Fallout First, but I have seen evidence that would suggest otherwise. Really don't understand the point of it. Just get First. First is such a better deal, in my opinion. Although if it's going to take you longer than a month to complete the scoreboard, fine. I think where did I see this? I saw something to where it showed that the season pass you buy with atoms. And I want to say it was like 1,600 atoms or 1,500 atoms, something like that. It was some ridiculous price. Just get First. If you can afford it, get First. It's a better deal, in my opinion. You get the atom, or you get the scrap box. You get the survival tent. You get the ammo box. You get custom worlds. You get private worlds. Just get First. Some of these daily and weekly challenges are hard to get without First, or without a private world to begin with. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to let this cook and see what the finished product is before I should pass judgment. But from everything I'm seeing, it seems like Fallout First Light. But yeah, like I said, we haven't really, it's not even in the private test server, the public test server yet. So maybe I need to see it before I should pass judgment. But I'm sure that this appeals to some people. It's I don't know. Like I said, I don't think that seasons were broken. I don't know why they felt like they needed fixing or improved upon. But we'll see. I'm willing to check it out. But I don't know. I mean, I don't get it. And maybe I will once I see it. So anyway, that is the seasons update. Let's go through some of these supplemental material vaults. So we do have some vaults that are vault adjacent facilities. We'll go through those. We'll go through supplemental vaults, like vaults from the Bible, the Fallout Bible, vaults and other properties, and non-canon vaults. We'll save the non-canon vaults for one more episode that we'll put out before the show launches. So let's go through the related facilities. So we've got a demonstration vault in Los Angeles. This is in the Boneyard. This was a public demonstration facility, and it was a sturdy construction that allowed for use as a legitimate shelter by locals, and it was later converted into the headquarters of the Unity. But this was also destroyed by the Vault Dweller by a nuclear detonation. So next up, we got the Securitron Vault in Fallout New Vegas. So this was at Fortification Hill in Arizona. This was owned by Robert House, and it was used to house Securitrons. So you go to this. This is where Caesar's Legion is, and you pop the platinum chip in there, and it upgrades his army of Securitrons. Mr. House's army of Securitrons. All right, next up we have the Vault of Tomorrow in Fallout 3. So this is in the Museum of Technology, and you basically it was basically showing the public what the vaults were. So you kind of take a tour of this when you go through the Museum of Technology to get the satellite dish for $3, so you can upgrade the radio station, Galaxy News Radio, and at the Washington Monument. So yeah, this was it was a museum exhibit that looked like a vault. Next up, we've got Vault-Tec Among the Stars. So this is in Fallout 4's Nuka World, and this is an amusement park ride, or was an amusement park ride in Nuka World in Massachusetts. And it the publicity, it was a publicity piece promoting that one day Vault-Tec would have a vault in space. So visitors explored a hypothetical Vault-Tec space colony dubbed Arcturus. That is a really tough word to say. Arcturus 1. This experiment was secretly conducted on both visitors and staff. All right, next up we've got Vault-Tec University's Simulation Vault. This is in obviously Fallout 76. This is in Morgantown, West Virginia. So this was a training facility for future Vault-Tec employees. So yeah, you go to college to be a Vault-Tec employee. So trainees would be locked inside this simulation for exercise or for practice running a vault. The facility was in use by a class when the bombs fell, and the inhabitants eventually starved to death due to lack of food and supplies. So this actually did protect them from the bombs on Bomb Drop Day. We know it works. All right, next up we have the White Spring Bunker. Now, if you've listened to the Modus Files, you know exactly what this is. So this was intended to house members of Congress and the executive branch. So, yeah, basically they were trying to protect the government during the nuclear blast. Enclave personnel were planted within the bunker's security and executed all non-enclave personnel upon entry and established the facility as their regional headquarters. So yeah, you go down there and it was very clearly an enclave facility. Modus is down there. You can go talk to him. You can go explore the White Spring Bunker. Pretty cool. I will say, though, being a part of the Modus Files and listening to the Modus Files on the regular, it is so weird going down and talking to Modus and have Modus not be voiced by Brad Williams. I'm not joking. It's you hear Modus down there. I'm like, wait, that's not Modus. It's not Brad. Kind of the same thing with Sophia Daguerre these days. I've got her in my camp on both platforms now. Recently went through her quests in 76 on PC, and it's weird hearing her voice and have it not be Jessica Starr these days. Just saying. All right, so next up we have a makeshift vault northwest of Grafton. This is an unlicensed facility, and this facility was constructed by a former Vault-Tec employee, or more than one employees. They were using stolen equipment after being informed that their status was unessential. They were unessential personnel. So they're like, okay, we're going to die, so what do we have to lose? Let's make our own sort of vault. So the fate of the original inhabitants is unknown. but the facility was eventually taken over by the Crater War Party, and then later the Brotherhood First Expeditionary Force. So let's dig into this a little bit. Okay. So this is where Crater is. So, yeah. All right. That's kind of cool. So, from my understanding, this led to Crater. Interesting. So, that is it as far as vault adjacent locations. Let's talk about vaults in supplemental materials like the Fallout Bible. So we got Vault 27, and this vault was deliberately overcrowded. 2,000 people were assigned to this, and that is double the total sustainable amount. And this is in the Fallout Bible. And unfortunately, that's all we know. We don't know what the result of this experiment was. I wish we did. I can imagine that it was hell living in there. You got all those people. All those people are going to make it very warm and probably smelly. Just doesn't sound like a good time. I mean, it could be worse. Like they could make the experiment a little more extreme than that, but that's still not fun. So next up we got Vault 36. And with Vault 36, food extruders were designed to produce only a thin, watery gruel. So, yeah, it sounds like the food situation was terrible there. This is also in the Fallout Bible, and unfortunately, again, that's all we know. We don't know what the result of it was. Next up, we got Vault 42. This is also in the Fallout Bible. And with Vault 32, it said no light bulbs were more than 40 watts, which is pretty dim. Pretty dim light bulbs, so improper lighting, that could lead to some long-term effects of your sight. You could probably eventually go blind. But again, once we don't know what the results were, but I can imagine just led to a bunch of half-blind people that were probably not happy. So after Vault 42, we've got Vault 43. And this is actually in a book called One Man and a Crate of Puppets. So I would imagine, like, I kind of count the Fallout Bible as canon. I know not everybody does. But this is a webcomic, actually, that was done by Jerry Holkins. One Man and a Crate of Puppets. I guess it's an official Fallout webcomic written by Jerry Holkins and illustrated by Mike Kralik? Mike Kralik, I think is how you pronounce that, a.k.a. John Gabriel. And this was co-created with Fallout 3 lead designer Emil Pagliarulo. This came out in July of 2008 and was launched on the official Fallout 3 website. So yeah, I guess this technically is canon if it's done by, co-done by Emil. But yeah, let's go through this. So where am I here? Kind of lost my place flipping through pages here. So Vault 43, it was a social experiment in which 20 men and 10 women would be forced to live alongside a live panther. What's the point of that? Was this... I've got so many questions here. Was this panther tame? Was it feral? Like, did the panther just go through and kill everybody? I need to read this webcomic now. I need to go find this webcomic because that just doesn't. I don't. What's the logic behind that? I don't know. Okay, I will give you guys a follow-up after reading One Man and a Crate of Puppets, if I ever get a chance to. I don't know if it's still up or not. All right, so now we've got Vault 53, which is in the Fallout Bible. Most of the equipment was designed to break down every few months, and while they were reparable, the breakdowns were intended to stress the inhabitants unduly. So they're just being assholes, essentially, like most of this. We don't know what the results of that were, but yeah, I bet people were pretty pissed. And next up, we've got Vault 55, which is also in the Fallout Bible. No entertainment tapes were provided, so no TV, all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. I was about to give the Simpsons version of that. No TV and no beer make Homer something. Yeah, I'd be a dull boy. I know I would. I would not be happy. So, again, we don't know what the results of that were, but we've all seen The Shining, right? Or The Shining, the Simpsons version. So, now we got Vault 56, and this is also in the Fallout Bible. The only entertainment tapes provided were the works of a particularly untalented comedian. An untalented comedian. So that's just mean. So we're gonna give you entertainment, but it's just some shitty comedian. So this led to collapse far earlier than Vault 55. Apparently, Vault 55 did collapse, but the society was anticipated to collapse. So they knew they knew people were going to riot, but they anticipated it to be far sooner than people with no entertainment. So we'll give this time we'll give you entertainment. It's just going to be bad entertainment. So I guess bad entertainment. You would think bad entertainment's better than no entertainment. You can kind of make but then again, you can kind of make your own entertainment. With bad entertainment, you kind of have to watch it because it's like a train wreck. All right, so now we've got Vault 68, and this is also in the Fallout Bible. And it says here, of 1,000 people who entered, there was only one woman. And then the next vault listed here, which is Vault 69, is the opposite, where 1,000 people entered and there was only one man. One man with 999 women. I don't think either one is particularly a good situation. So, I mean, people kind of look at that and joke, like, "Oh yeah, I'm one guy with 999 women." I can think of a few ways that would be hell for the one man, and vice versa. One woman surrounded by 999 dudes or chads or whatever. Yeah, both sound like hell, in my opinion. And Vault 68 is only in the Fallout Bible, but Vault 69 is in the Fallout Bible and in One Man and a Crate of Puppets. So I really need to check out One Man and a Crate of Puppets. Next up, we've got Vault 70, and Vault 70 is in the Fallout Bible. It is a social experiment in which jumpsuit extruders would fail after 6 months, drastically reducing clothing availability. Okay, so basically your clothes are just going to fall apart after a while? At that point, I'd just say, screw it, let's all just walk around naked. And why not, right? So it says here that Vault 70 was to play a major role in Interplay's Van Buren. So yeah, I guess Vault 70 was going to originally be involved in Van Buren, but unfortunately Van Buren never came to be. For details on Van Buren, check out Non-Canon Vaults. Okay. That would have been interesting. I would be interested in seeing how that would have played out. I wish we could have, but alas, we don't know how that played out. But yeah, faulty clothing, just forget about it. Clothes are overrated, aren't they? Okay, now we got Vault 77. I do not speak for Kelsey, by the way. I don't know how he feels about that. So Vault 77 is in One Man and a Crate of Puppets, and it was a social experiment in which a single person inhabited the vault alone with a crate of puppets. There you go, One Man and a Crate of Puppets. The inhabitant eventually went insane and developed split personalities based on the puppets. I could see that. So I'm just going to do a few more here. These are vaults and other properties. And like I said, we'll leave the non-canon vaults for the final of these episodes leading up to the release of the TV show. So let's finish these off here. So we have Vault 7. So Vault 7 is in Fallout New California. And that is all we really know about it. So Fallout New California is an expansion for the Fallout board game. So yeah, we don't really know anything about this vault, unfortunately. I've never played the Fallout board game, so I don't really know what it is. I do want to play it at some point. I know some people who've played it, so it does sound like fun. And yeah, I guess maybe one of these days I can take a shot at it. It's expensive, though, if you're going to buy it. And New California is an expansion, so it's going to cost even more. So yeah, that's all we know about it. So we next up we have Vault 44, and this is also part of Fallout New California. And with this vault, it contained a hidden sector where scientists performed experiments on dangerous creatures. So I think we know a few groups who do that. And I guess excessive power usage by this hidden sector led to a failure of numerous systems in the vault and the death of all the inhabitants. Once this power failure happened, the experiments got loose, essentially. And I guess currently lab animals continue to inhabit the vault, feeding on spoiled food. Next up, we got Vault 84, and this is in the base game, the base board game. And it says here that every year a vote is held to exile a dweller deemed the most dangerous to the vault. So you think somebody's a threat to the vault? Vote to kick them out once a year. Whoever the most dangerous person is that gets voted out, sorry about you. Enjoy the wasteland. And eventually, I guess this vault maintained a stable society and remains inhabited to this day. So I guess that experiment worked. Next up, and finally for this episode, we have Vault 109. And this is in the base Fallout board game as well. And it says here that a high-class, quote-unquote, fancy vault filled with products from Mary May, Ticknor, and Fields, and Fallon's. So I don't know what any of these are. I guess Mary May is a play on Mary Kay. Yes, it is here. Mary May is a pre-war company that manufactured cosmetic cases. So yeah, basically the Fallout version of Mary Kay. And let's see what these others here are. Ticknor and Fields is a pre-war company. Let's see what they did. They were described as the leading American publisher. So Ticknor and Fields were located in the Old Corner bookstore during the mid-19th century. And they published the works of Charles Dickens, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, Harriet Beecher Stowe, and Henry David Thoreau. So I didn't know these people were around in the Fallout world, but I guess according to the Fallout board game, they were. We all know about the Old Corner Bookstore that is in Fallout 4. So, yeah, I guess that is a company that actually exists in the video games as well. And what was this last company? Fallon's. Okay, Fallon's is a department store chain in the pre-war United States. So this is also in Massachusetts. So I guess the Fallout board game is based off of Fallout 4. Is that what I'm... here, let me click on this. Yeah, the Fallout board game was from Fantasy Flight Games. It was announced in 2017 and released in 2017. And yeah, it looks here. I guess it takes place in the Capital Wasteland, the Pit, the Commonwealth, and Far Harbor. So yeah, Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Pretty cool. Yeah, one of these days I need to play this. Anyway, that is it as far as what I'm going to cover this episode. Like I said, we're going to cover the remaining non-canon vaults in the last episode leading up to the Fallout TV show. So I am going to hand this back over to my good buddy Kelsey, and I will see you all in the wasteland.
Thank you, as always, to Eric, aka Suliore, for your contribution here to Tapes from the Wastes. When the update drops and we've played it, we'll be back, obviously, early in April to get together and have a big discussion about that, give our thoughts, give our reactions, and talk about the update with you all. Come and get involved. Firstly, thanks for listening today. If you made it this far, well done. Come and get involved with us. We are still on Twitter, Tapes from at TFTW pod. Twitter is a bit of a dumpster fire right now, but we are still on there. You can follow us individually as well. I am K_D_B_. Excuse me. And Suliore is ENGold08. And we both do lots of other shows, as we always talk about. Links are in the description. If you follow us both on Twitter, you'll get the latest links to our shows and everything on there. Come and engage with us. Tell us what you think about Fallout. So tweet us at TFTW pod on there, or come and talk to us individually. Give us a rating on Spotify, a rating on a review on Apple Podcasts, preferably 5 stars, please. That would be awesome. Google Podcasts is shutting down, so if you're listening on there, I'm really sorry, because Google Podcasts is my main podcast app, so I'm a bit pissed off about that. But come and find us on another podcast app. We are, of course, on YouTube as well, where we upload full audio versions of the podcast. And whenever we get together for a discussion, we do a video version, and that goes on there as well. Plus some other bits of content from time to time. And that's about it. I think maybe the next time we talk will be for that update, because unless we do another lore thing before the end of March, yes, we'll be back for the update, and then we'll be back again after that when it's TV show time. I'm very excited. Thanks as always for listening, everybody. Until next time, stay safe out there, Wanderers.